Hello YouTube, this is TheDon coming to you with another how-to video. So today, I'm going to be talking about how to manipulate your heroes for enchantment. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. The first way that I'm going to show you is basically using a different hero to get the heroes that you want. So what you do is go to your setup, look at your lineup that you have. You can see my knights, right? So what I'm going to do, and the reason why I'm going to do this, is my hero, or my actual lineup, I have Hela as my deploy. Now I'm trying to get Hela to 100 star, but unfortunately, when I go to my bag and look at my, where is it? Maybe it's just under the hammer. So we're going to go to your hammer, altar, sacrifice, scroll through this long list of heroes that I got currently, and you're going to notice that I only have 2 Yunas. So I need 4 more in order to actually enchant her to 100 star. But there's a way around this. So the first way that I'm going to show you is basically you're going to enchant a different hero that you already have 6, or however many you need to get to the next enchantment. And if you take a look at my, which one is it? My Minervas, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So I have 6 Minervas already right now. So what I can do is, I believe I have my Minerva, or my Odin. Yep. So my Odin, he is currently here. And it depends on what grade, because you're going to inherit. So if you have a grade S, SS hero deploy, you're going to want an extra, grade SS or grade 11 hero to inherit into in order for this to work. If not, just go from grade 10 to grade 10 and it'll work the same way. So I'm going to appoint a random person in his place for the moment. I'm going to go to my setup, or not my setup, my heroes. And basically all I'm going to do is enchant my Hela 90 star into my God Odin. And you'll notice this costs 0 spirit energy because you're going from grade 10 to grade 10, so you don't have to make up any difference. So we're going to inherit there. So I'm going to lose a whole bunch of power because of my fates and this, that, and whatever. But then you can go to your heroes and enchant. And you'll notice I don't have enough Mirage Crystals currently, but if I did, I would be able to actually use those Mirage Crystals to enchant God Odin into level 100, to 100 star, and then all I would need to do is inherit it back into my Hela. And once I do that, I get all my stuff back, and voila. Then you have just turned, that's not the one, but you've just turned a 90 star into a 100 star without having to go through, the sacrifice or, anything like that, or what is it called, the altar. You don't have to go through the altar and find frags or spend refreshes or do anything like that, because you can just simply inherit to somebody that you already have enough frags for, and then go ahead and enchant them, and then inherit it back into the hero that you want. So that is the first way. The second way is a little bit trickier, and it's more for if you don't have enough. So we're gonna do kind of the opposite of what we just did, but not. So I'm just gonna have to show you. But seeing as we still don't have him in that place, we're gonna go to my God Odin. Where are you? Alright, I need to put him in a spot. So let's say you're going to use, maybe not God Odin, we'll see. Let's actually use a different one. We'll use Lucifer. Okay, so now he's a grade 10 hero, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to enchant him to 50 stars, because I had that extra one, right? So we're going to go to him, enchant him to 50 stars. So now I just used that extra, Lucifer that I had and turned him into, a 50 star. Now basically all you're going to do now is you're going to want to inherit him into somebody else that you want to use. So now we're going to change this. We're going to want another Una, let's say. So now we'll go to our heroes and inherit from Lucifer into one of my Unas. So let's go ahead and inherit. Now what I did was basically turned my 2 Lucifers into Unas. And why you do that? Well, I turned one of them into a Una. So now all I have to do is take Una off of that spot. We'll go ahead and put Bella back in her place. And now what you're going to do is sacrifice that Una that you guys just saw me make into 50 stars for absolutely the cost of nothing. So now once I get her, now I'm going to get 2 back, plus all the Mirage Crystals that I just used. So we're going to go ahead and sacrifice her. Alright, so you remember my bag, or not my bag, in my sacrifice earlier you saw 2 Unas, correct? And 2 Lucifers. So now, as long as this went correctly, now I have 3 Unas, and oh, where did Lucifer go? Oh, my Lucifer's probably still in a spot. So let's check it out. So yeah, Lucifer's still right here. So now I have 1 less Lucifer and 1 more Una. So that is good for, let's say you have 2 Unas and 4 God Odins, or 4 Minervas, right? So you don't have 6 separately, but you have 6 together. So you would actually just sacrifice and turn the 2 Unas, because there's less of them and it's easier to go from 4 to 6 than it is from 2 to 6. So you would sacrifice the 2 Una, or you would enchant the Unas into 50 star, inherit them into your Lucifer or your Minerva, then sacrifice them to get the heroes back, but also as Odin. Then you would just have to inherit from the 90 star that I have, right, into Odin, right, because that's who it is that I'm trying to get up to 100 star, and then you would just enchant him with the 6 that you just made, and then inherit him back into your deploy, or into Hela, to make him 100 star. So I understand I didn't exactly do it because I don't have enough Mirage Crystals, so it's hard to kind of explain the entire process, but we'll just go through it one more time really quickly, right? So what you're going to want to do is go to your setup, or go to your heroes. You're going to want to enchant the hero that you want to use. I gotta switch around one of them because he's my knight and not my other one. But let's say we'll turn Yuna's into, or actually we'll turn a war goddess into a Yuna, because I can always just reverse the effect later, right? So now that he's now taken that spot, we can now enchant him up to 50 stars, right? So I'm using one of him to enchant. So now he's 50 stars. Now you're going to want to take him off of his spot as the Fate, or as the Knight, and we'll appoint some random person here. Then you're going to sacrifice him, or then you're going to inherit him, sorry, into a Yuna. And then you will sacrifice said Yuna. And you do this as many times as you need to in order to get the amount that you need to enchant. So I understand this is still probably, you know, kind of, you know, hard to understand, I guess, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. But now, if I look in my bag or in my altar under sacrifices, now I should have 4 Yunas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Minervas. So I just changed one Lucifer into a Yuna, and then I changed a Minerva into a Yuna. So that is good in order to not have to spend anything at all. You already have the heroes that you need, or the grade heroes that you need. But you know, let's say you don't have the grade heroes that you need. So I need 2 more Yunas, but I don't have any grade 10s. Let's pretend all of these grade 10s down here don't exist. So the other thing that you can do, let's just reset my setup back to what it should be, so that way I don't get all mixed up again. Alright, so everything's back copacetic. Let's say I don't have enough grade 10s in order to do what I want to do. So what you can actually do is, you'll notice in my altar that I do have a lot of other heroes that I need to kind of get rid of. But the thing to remember is everything goes by the grade of the hero. So you can actually enchant a grade, you know, 1 hero into a 10 star. But you can't make him into a 20 star because he maxes out at 1. But the grade 3s you can max out at 30. The grade 4s you can max out at 40 stars. Grade 5s at 50 stars. 6 at 60 stars. 7 at 70 stars. 8 80 stars. 9 90 stars. And of course grade 10 at 100 stars. And you can't go past 10, so 11 is kind of just that extra. But now that we know that, we can actually go to our setup, change out one of our knights, right? And oops, I relieved her instead of appointed. So now I can appoint somebody else. We'll say a grade 5. I got 3 Tree Spirit Elnas, right? So now let's make the Tree Spirit Elna into a Yuna, which is going to be amazing. So now that he is in that spot, you go to Heroes, Enchant. You're going to want to enchant him up to 50 because grade 5 maxes out at 50 stars. So grade 5 is the lowest that you can do this with, basically. So you're going to enchant him up to 50 stars. And now that he's 50, he's grade 5, so he maxes out at 50 stars. So now you can actually go to your setup, change him out of his knight. We'll just appoint the right person back here so I don't get them mixed up again. And then you can go to your heroes again, and you're going to inherit. Now, when you inherit, and I'm going to inherit into Yuna, you're going to notice that when you go from a grade 5 to a grade 10, you could go from a grade 5, 6, 7, 8, it doesn't matter. Whatever hero that you use to upgrade or to inherit into a grade 10, you're going to use the spirit energy that it costs to get a level 10 from frags. So the important thing here is you don't have to sit there and wait for any amount of time in order to inherit any of your heroes. You can essentially turn, as long as you have at least one of the heroes that you need, you can inherit into them with a 5 or grade 5 hero and sacrifice them and get that hero back. Now you're still gonna spend all of the spirit energy that it would normally take to create a grade 10, but you won't have to wait for all the frags. So if you look at the bottom hand corner, the cost is 47,520. But if you remember, or if you don't know, we can just take a look real quick. But a grade 10 hero, in order to buy, so we have one right here. We'll see if we can't pop up one. Okay, so a Unifragment, I have 9 out of 20. A Unifragment costs 2,400 spirit energy. You need 20 frags in order to make one Una, so essentially 2,400 times 20 would be 48,000. I'm going to write that down right quick. Alright, so we got 48,000. Now, we're going to use the grade 10 hero. I'm going to show you why it only costs 47,520. By the way, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. So if you look at a grade 10 hero, any of them, it costs 480 spirit energy or you can sacrifice that hero for 480 spirit energy. So if you take 48,000 minus 480, you come out with 47,520. Pardon my French. So if you actually go back to your heroes where we're inheriting, that number is going to match right here at the bottom, 47,520. So essentially you're making a grade 5 hero into a grade 10 hero, and you're just paying the difference with spirit energy. And I can't stress how huge this is, because if you're using gems in order to search for these heroes in your altar or anything like that, or even if you're spending your hard-earned alliance merit to go into your store and buy these refresh passes, unless you're looking for goddesses, I wouldn't even worry about getting those at this point in time. And you'll notice the only things that I spend on currently are Dragon Tooth, Strength Banners, and since I'm so low on coins, I've been actually using my merit in order to buy coins. And you'll notice that I got 23,032 merit right now, and the only reason I have all that is because I literally just used all of my alternate accounts to that I've been farming merit on them for a couple of days or so to transfer all of it to my main hero. So as long as you guys have alts and you guys are transferring it over, awesome, buy refresh passes. But if you're not, save yourself the 800 merit a day on refresh passes and just use a grade 10 hero or a grade 5 hero. As long as you have the spirit energy, use a grade 5 hero to inherit into the person that you want or the hero that you want, right? So we're going to go ahead and inherit, and then you're going to go to your setup. No, not setup, sorry. You're going to go to your egg smash, your altar, sacrifice, and then you're going to find that Una that you just turned into a level 50, and then you're going to sacrifice her. And mind you, the only thing that this has cost me so far to make all these is spirit energy. So now if we actually look at my Unas, I started out in the beginning of this video with 2 Unas, and currently I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Yunas. Awesome. So I'm not actually going to use my last grade 5 or another grade 5 in order to go to the next level, because I have plenty of Minervas that I can use in order to make another Yuna, or I could switch one back and whatnot, what have you. But there you go, folks. Manipulate your heroes in order to enchant them, and try not to think too deeply in it. Just watch the video, watch what I do. Obviously I didn't go all the way through with it and enchant my Yuna to level 100 or to 100 stars, because I don't have enough Mirage Crystals at the moment, because I've been dumping them into the +3, and then a +1, plus I have, my Knights. I dumped another Dragon Behemoth, is it 40 stars, Godly Bella, and then Odin. So right there, just between those three, that's probably like 500, 1,000, and I think it's like 1,200 for the Behemoth, so about 2,400, plus I have like 27, so I'm right at like 50 something. So once I get enough to get 6,000, I'll end up doing it. But I really wanted to make this video for you guys as early as I could, so that way you guys aren't spending all the hard-earned spirit energy and merit on those refresh passes and whatnot. So I hope you guys learned something from the video, and definitely comment below. I got a new little intro. Hopefully this one's as good as the last one. Kind of just messing around with them at this point and seeing which one I like most. But hopefully you guys enjoy. Remember to like, comment, follow me, of course. If you guys want, you can hit me up on Facebook or online. Sometimes I'll, look at somebody's builds for them, or, give people advice and whatnot. Try to stay in the loop with everybody. So thank you guys for watching. Until the next video. Bye.